Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably at least heard of the Conjuring films. You're probably also aware that the films are all based on true accounts. That's right. Earl and Lorraine Warren, the demon-fighting duo at the heart of the movies, are real people. Real demon-hunting, spirit-fighting Christian badasses. Or are they? Join us as we take a look at the Warrens, their claims of supernatural power, and all of the famous cases they've worked. Demon hunters or lion hucksters? Find out tonight as we take a look at the real Conjuring on Deep Fat Fried.
Deep Fat Fried!
No malarkey, Jack. Back in my day, we didn't have any entertainment at all, except for the old Scranton Village Elder. He only had 2 teeth. But that guy had a million stories. I ain't joking, Fat. We'd sit in the cold every night to hear him tell the tale of the cat he ate once. Nowadays, what with the mobile pages and the web phones and Netscapes and whatnot, it's hard to figure out what even to watch. Most days I'll just surf AOL. Lost, Jack. How do I click off the page? Why are there so many browsers open? It's all too goddamn much if you ask me. Now listen, Fat, I've got your solution. It's called the Pessimist Productions Patreon. You can click the link below and bam, all the entertainment you need, Jack. It's like Willy Wink. You know, the chocolate factory thing. Hundreds of exclusive shows. I ain't kidding. Exclusive streams, more news. You can't go wrong. So cancel that AOL. Join the Pessimist Productions Patreon now. Don't wait, or you'll be sorry, Jack.
I think they're going to turn out to be real demon hunters.
You think so?
Yeah, that's my guess early on in the episode. I don't know if it's okay to throw out predictions like that early on like this, but I'm pretty confident. I watched those Conjuring films, and I got to say,
real
seems pretty legit.
Real.
Pretty legit to me. I didn't see one thing nothing in those films ever cued me in like, this might be made up. No. I mean, it really has the sting of reality to it, does it not?
Doesn't we say based
of reality,
based on a true story, right, TJ? Based on a true story,
yeah.
Based on true accounts, the true accounts of Ed and Lorraine Warren, official demon slayers and psychic and paranormal investigators extraordinaire.
I gotta say,
I mean, it's all been verified by scientific testing.
I gotta say, the real life Earl and Lorraine Warren, far more attractive than their Hollywood counterparts.
I think most people would disagree with that, but hey, I welcome it.
Oh, no. I mean, look at that guy. That's
Yeah.
a man's man right there.
Well, I will tell you this. In the movies, there is a subplot where Earl Warren has a heart condition, and it makes a whole lot more sense looking at a real picture of Earl Warren.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does, doesn't it?
A little husky. A little heavy.
But that's neither here nor there. We will get to the films. Oh, yes. We're going to look at these folks. Now, we're not going to cover every case that they ever worked on, because that would be impossible, as you'll see. They claim to work on over 10,000 paranormal, haunting, and demon possession cases.
I mean, sometimes that must be like multiple cases a day a lot of times, you know? 10,000. I mean, that's a lot.
So let's start with Lorraine Warren.
Okay.
So she said that ever since she was 7 or 8 years old, she could see auras around people. This is Lorraine Warren with her parents here. She's the baby.
She's the baby, yeah.
Said she could see auras.
I see your aura, Scotty. You have an aura of tangerine.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Means. I actually can't say that word anymore. Never mind.
I know what you were going to call him, TJ.
Pathetic,
what
TJ.
you were going to call him.
Censoring yourself, TJ.
All right, I'll whisper it to you, Scotty.
What? I say, TJ. Offensive.
My word.
Can't believe you even whisper that in my presence.
She claims that her whole childhood she was afraid to tell her parents about the auras because she thought they might think she was crazy. I don't know where she got that idea.
Strange.
I'm sorry.
So she kept her powers to herself. But then she met her husband, Ed Warren, when she was 16. He knew that there was something different about her. Not just that she was 16. Ed,
How old was he?
He was not 16. Let's just put it that way. I can't remember.
Gotcha.
I didn't pull it, but yeah.
An
I mean, I
older
can't really
gentleman.
hate because my parents did the same shit.
Sure.
My mom married my dad when she was 16.
40s are a different time. So
Yeah, for sure. Ed himself said he grew up in a haunted house, and he was a self-taught demonologist as a result, whatever that means. They got married in 1945, shortly before Ed was drafted into the Navy. They had a daughter, Judy, during that next year.
daughter,
Yeah,
Jane, his wife. Dun, dun. Sorry, good.
yeah, they do. They are kind of like the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Ed first started expressing his paranormal interests by making paintings of the haunted house and ghosts that he ran across. He was also educated at a Yale-affiliated Perry Art School, so not an uneducated guy. When he heard a report of a structure being haunted, he and Lorraine, who was a skeptic at the time, would travel to the site to investigate. Ed would stand out in the street, sketch the house, and then approach the homeowners with the sketch as a friendly gesture, hoping to get invited inside, which is really creepy.
Okay, yeah. Because you know what? That'd be my first inclination. If someone showed up at my front door with a sketch of my house, they'd be like, "Look, I sketched your house. Can I come in?" It's like, no,
you can't.
You sure can't. Bye. I'm gonna call the police now.
But I guess different times, huh?
Yeah, different times again.
So in 1952, the married couple founded the New England Society for Psychic Research. And in the basement of their research center, they created their very own occult museum, horrifyingly adorned with satanic objects and demonic artifacts. But the center's primary purpose, according to them, was to serve as a base of operations for the couple. According to Ed and Lorraine Warren, they investigated, like I said, over 10,000 cases over the course of their careers with doctors, nurses, researchers, and police at their assistance. So lest ye are a fucking skeptic, you better put that aside right now. They've worked with all the fucking experts. They've solved 10,000
they know the best
cases.
people. 10,000 cases cleared. All of which I'm sure were painstakingly documented.
Absolutely.
And vigorously backed up with evidence and research to verify each and every case.
Vigorously and rigorously, Scotty.
I mean, they were at a research center, Paul,
I mean,
so
I'm
I would
looking at
expect them to have detailed records of each case they cleared. Like, okay, this was a demonic possession here. This is how we had to clear it out. This was the
And
demon.
they
blah, blah,
do.
blah.
I'm looking at Ed, man, and I'm just going to tell you right now, the vibe I get off Ed,
Yeah.
just looking at it, just on appearance sake. I know that you can't put too much fucking stock into this, I guess.
But sometimes you have to do judge a book
but
by its
I
cover,
just-
right? Yeah.
Explicitly, implicitly, on every single level, trust this man and what he has to say.
You know
I
what
agree.
I see, TJ?
I see a good Christian man who would not lie to me.
If this was like a Rorschach thing, I would say demonologist. I just see it. I see
self-taught demonologist
Yeah,
too. I mean, like, wow.
That's very specific, but yeah, I'll accept that. But demonologist is probably the aura I see an aura of red. TJ is someone.
I
who
think
has
it's kind of
seen
cool too that she
the
saw
demons.
auras but was still a skeptic
Yeah. About the demons and shit. You know?
about the demons. Yeah, of course.
but not
so
for long.
if you're still skeptical, let me blow away the last little bit of your skepticism because they were looked into. In 1997, and by the way, this is a picture from their occult museum here. And as you can see, it's not silly, exploitative, or designed as a tourist trap at all. This is a real documented collection of haunted, demonic fetishes and objects.
Dude, in the movies, this fucking room, you remember how this was depicted, like in the films,
It's like
right?
a vault for Indiana Jones, but grimdark.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like got like these like glass cases and it's pristine and it looks very respectable.
Dude,
This looks like
Those-
a roadside gas station
Yes.
huckster attraction.
It totally
It does.
fucking does, dude.
it's like made in China bullshit, dude. That skull is like something you would just see at a Halloween store. Most I think they just hit up the Halloween store on clearance day.
Dude, my living room is more edgily decorated.
Yeah, this
This
is a
really
fucking
does-
joke.
This looks like if I went over to TJ's house and saw these decorations for Halloween, I'd be like, "Wow, Chelsea's really slipping this year." Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what the
These are
fuck?
lame.
There's like literally By the way, is that Raggedy Ann doll in the middle there? Like, is that the real life Annabelle?
Yes, we'll get to
that's
that.
Fucking lame. Okay.
That is Annabelle. Yes.
All right.
We'll get to that. So if you're still a skeptic, these people were looked into. So in 1997, they did an interview with the in an interview with the Connecticut Post, Steve Novella and Perry DeAngelis investigated the Warrens for the New England Skeptical Society, NESS. So if there's any hokum going on, these people are sure to find it. They found the couple to be pleasant people. Nothing wrong with that. But their claims of demons and ghosts to be at best as tellers of meaningless ghost stories and at worst dangerous frauds. Ooh.
Oh.
They took the $13 tour, by the way. That's what they were charging back in the 97.
God, $13. I'll get shit like this.
$13 a head.
Scotty, you got any money?
Yeah.
You should give me some. I have a haunted artifact I want to show you, dude. I'll let you have a free preview of the kind of fucking oddities right here. This is the haunted gavel, Scotty.
All right, let me see.
This gavel was used. Wait, this gavel was used to sentence 120 men to death, Scotty, and their spirits still haunt the gavel to this day. Here, you can touch it, but I warn you, it is an artifact of evil.
Damn. You can just feel the power, the energy.
You feel that radiating off that gavel?
Okay, I don't even want to hold it.
I don't even. Okay.
I don't want to hold it anymore.
Okay.
Be careful with that, you
easily
guys.
pay
Be careful
you.
with that.
I mean, look, if it was like 1997, I'd pay you $13 because now it's 2021. I'd pay you like $26.
So if you want to see more of my haunted museum of spooky artifacts, Scotty, you can. It's $15.
That's a deal.
$15. I mean, obviously, time. It used to be 13 back in the day, but
inflation,
new times. Yeah, inflation is $15.
I'd gladly pay you double that, PJ. $30.
$30.
Now, before you pay him that money, though, Scotty, let me show you what I have in my museum across the street. This is the actual lament configuration.
Wow.
And
can open a door to hell.
And I don't recommend that you do, you will summon the Cenobites and be forced to experience the flesh. All right. And I charge the same thing that the Warrens charged back in 1997, Scotty. It's even cheaper to come and see my artifacts. And I have genuine artifacts here, as you can see.
I mean, clearly.
Not just, I'm not going to hand you a gavel and ask you. I mean, look at it. It's the real deal,
you felt
Scotty.
The power of the gavel.
$13, Scotty. $13 for my tour.
Actually, I just my tour is actually $8 right now, Scotty. $8.
Okay. He's trying to entice you.
Right.
He's trying to entice you.
I mean, well, I remembered we had I just remember that first time, visitors.
You know what? You guys are confusing
get
me.
a discount.
You guys make a deal where I can see the gavel and the lament configuration, and we'll talk. You guys combine.
All right. Well, the combined price is $120.
I'm afraid I can't work with that huckster across the street. I mean, he has nothing but artificial tourist trap artifacts that don't even really compare to the actual Le Marchand configuration, which
is a beautiful piece.
I mean, it is. And it's a one of a kind piece, seen in the hands, by the way, of Pinhead right there. I mean, you can,
dude. There's not one thing in this, like your lament configuration. There's not
cooler.
one thing in this fucking entire picture that looks cooler, right?
Right.
I mean, this is like these are Halloween decorations that obviously some old lady somewhere was like, I looked at the creepy skull and it scared me. And then they're like, oh yeah, it's totally haunted. We'll take that off your hands. Then they bring it to their museum and charge idiots $13 to gawk at a fucking Raggedy Ann doll because it's haunted.
That's Annabelle. You better not insult her, TJ, as you will learn later.
Oh, I noticed that she looks a little different in the fucking movie.
Annabelle's here, TJ.
That's because they didn't want to tempt Annabelle's wrath by making her look like she actually looks.
Let's see what you're missing out on, plebs.
You dumb fucking simp.
Cut this man's dick! Show for intellectuals only. Get out, plebs!